Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Motorsport Manager. We are going to Milan for our third race of the season. Yeah, third race of the season. We do have our proper brakes that we are probably going to be using for the rest of the season, barring maybe some illegal projects right at the end to boost performance. Most of our condition of things is okay. I think our suspension reliability is a little bit low, but luckily repairing suspension isn't that time consuming compared to, well, especially the engine, but also the gearbox. In terms of the brake and the suspension, I don't know if there's any meaningful difference between the two. They are just some of the faster ones to repair, so it's not too bad. Let's go with that. We are expecting a lot of rain tomorrow on race day. To me, a lot of rain means, well, partially we might want to do some of our practice in inters and things. Looks like there might be a little bit of wetness at some point. We could just do a swap. We could get one level of something. But I was going to say, the other thing with rain, especially if we don't know if it's going to be raining constantly, is looking at softer tires, because it depending on if the rain is inconsistent, we might just come in for more tire swaps to get things to match up. So I don't know. I'll practice some on softs, and we'll see. Change setup over here. Obviously, the speed balance is going to have to be a little bit longer to start off with. We don't know where the handling is going to go, but the handling is going to change wildly as we change the downforce anyway. So I'll just go with that, and then I guess you're going to be okay too. We're going to take practice. Absolutely. Send out. Go, go, go. Send out. Go, go, go. Thing is, if we get to level 1 on our slicks, since we've been having trouble getting to level 2 in our tires, we might decide to switch to... bring in. We might decide to switch to inters to get a level of that, and then when we get to race day and we get maybe a little bit more of a definitive forecast, we might want to make some changes. So yeah, we had one extra lap there, which is not exactly what I wanted, because it'll give us less goes, although we're starting at 89, which is pretty good. Downforce is close. We don't know what side we want to go to, but we'll do something like this. If it's still great, the excellent might be in the middle. If it goes to good, then we probably want to go to the right. And we're just going to switch the gearing ratio somewhere over here, and I'll just stiffen up the suspension a little, and we'll see what that looks like. So send out and do that, and then, wow, great across the board. First go with the owlbear. Hopefully the owlbear can actually stay on the track this time, because that sort of screwed us a little bit. Let's go and bring down the downforce slightly and see what that does. The speed balance got moved a little bit. I'm not going to do too much because we're pretty okay. And yeah, we could switch to inters maybe on the next come-in. Which the owlbear is pretty okay. You know, I may still bring you in, though. There's the race trim. And the tire level. It's coming in now. Yeah, no, we'll just stay on the slicks. It's gonna have to be okay. All right, I think the arrow was great and that was good, so I think that tells us what side to go on. Yeah, so we need to go more downforce, just past the previous grade. Maybe a little less. I don't know where that was. Okay, something like that. The handling was great. It's still great. The speed balance was great when it was to the left. Where we are now is actually slightly more to the left of where we were before. So I'm going to call that probably done on the owlbear, because I think we're actually going to be fine. And Martin, great, excellent, great. Great. We didn't quite get there with the arrow, which is a pretty safe tweak to do. So we were great. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. There we go. So it's going to be right in between the two greats. Really don't want to mess with the handling too much. The rear wing angle does the speed balance more than the handling. Okay, I'm going to call that good enough. The handling, hopefully you're still okay. And the speed balance was great. It's great, now slightly offset. That might be okay. I think you can just keep going for the rest of the race now. For both of you, really. See if we can actually get a level 2 of the soft tires. Handling feels good. Yeah, I bet it does. Oh, man, we hit so much time. We actually hit it so fast. There's level 2 of our tires. Could we actually get level 3 race trim? I don't think so. It's a race against time. We actually might. And it would be... Oh, shit! We would have, except this, right here. Because they auto came in. That is not what I want to do at all. Crap. Come on. I'm not even making any changes because it would take time. Okay, we got to level 3. Oh my god. It's going to happen. Oh, it did happen level 3. Oh, level 3 tires. Because I was like, if we lost out on a level 3 soft tires because of that automatic pit in, that would be kind of frustrating. So, we don't know if we're going to be able to use soft tires that much today. We have no idea what the weather is. For all I know, we would want to do the whole practice in full wets because it turns out it's going to be soaking the entire time. We had no way of knowing. It's currently saying dry, but it's going to start raining. I don't think we go out on inters. I think we go out on the softest compound and run it hard is what we're going to do. So we'll do that. Maybe we can get our softs in at some point. Well, I mean, we're going to start with softs, so that's going to be okay. Yeah, we're okay with these setups. It's just okay. You're going to... Yeah, I mean, the tires are probably going to be red the entire time. The engine probably can't stay red that long. But yeah, we're going to do that, and we are going to have to come in for inters at some point, and we're going to have to offset them slightly. We're going to try to read the rain a lot. Maybe we can go straight to wets. You know, we can do an extra lap on slicks when we should be on inters. It'll be slow, but what's not slow, or what's the slowest, rather, is having too many people pit all at the same time, which would be very bad. So the Owlbear started ahead in 7th place over here. Maritson in 10th place. Everyone's sort of holding tight, which is to be expected. We might see some movements in some of these chicanes or corners. Not so much yet. I mean, everyone's driving really, really, really aggressively right now. Rain, alright, so it is definitely going to start. The big question is, how hard is it going to get and how fast? Yeah, there's some placement, some drops a little bit. Engine condition is 74, 74. I want to keep churning the tires, but I feel like I'm going to drop my engine mode here, just because we didn't start with 100% engine mode. Okay, it's going to rain, it's going to drop. It is going to get very rainy. I think we're going to want to go directly to wets. But again, we want to make sure we don't pit at the same time. So someone's definitely going to be driving in slicks when they'd rather be in inters. But they're just going to have to deal with that. Yeah, it is going to go full wet. So I don't want to do inters, so I kind of want to, and I want to take advantage of this as long as possible. Struggling to overtake, yeah. Oh, yeah. Most people aren't even running the red engine modes. Tire temp's getting high, but it should drop here because with the cloud and the rain, I think it is going to fall off a little bit. We'll have to keep an eye. We might, okay, I might want to just drop to the orange here, just for now. Again, I'm still okay with just shredding through these tires pretty good. Maritson in 9th, trying to hold it. You know what? Let's go double red for a second because there's some people right on your ass. That's annoying because that's going to slow us down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, the tires are overheating. I know. You're not wrong. Okay. Pit entrance is there. Actually, both their tires are still maybe too much. Let's bring you down to neutral. Okay. I'm going to pit the Owlbear this time. Yeah. For full-on wets, full fuel. That's going to be fine. So some people already did pit. Now, some of them might be pitting for inters, but I think that would be a mistake. Yeah, you might be coming out on wets a little too soon, but very, very little. And then it's going to be perfect for Maurits. So we're definitely going to go full wets, full tank of fuel. Yeah, you're okay there, and go. In yellow-orange, I think you can stay on that. Yellow-orange over here is probably okay. Might be a little too aggro on the fuel. So 5 of 21. No, that's not so bad, actually. I think the orange is going to be A-okay. And yeah, it might stop raining at some point. We may have to switch out of wets. So we got the level 3 on the softs, and, you know, we may have not gotten that much of an advantage out of it, but it'll be okay. Wets, yeah. No one pitted for inters. Everyone's coming in for wets. Go, go, go. Okay, we're ahead of that guy. That's good. Temperature's okay. You've caught up over here, which is a little awkward. Do we want to push any more than this for these guys? I suppose over here we actually might want to do just a temporary little... See if we can overtake this one. How's the engine? Definitely degrading. Everyone's on wets? Yeah. Yeah, he's on... This guy here is in double reds as well. So you know what? We're just going to pull back then. Might be trying to catch up to Mauritson. What we might do is be a little more aggressive on this tire here. Because we don't need... You know, it's harder to pass, so we don't need to have to push quite as much as this guy's going to have to try to push to catch an edge here. Rain, okay. Looks all raining, but it might just not rain as hard. Our wets are still definitely doing good. Especially as we go into this next corner here. How's your engine condition? 58. Oh, someone ran wide. That's still quite the duel here. Oh, can I not click on you there? That's too bad. What are you doing? Okay, you're not able to maintain that anymore, which is good. Let's just go... Let's go double orange for a little bit, still. Double yellow back here I think is fine. Yeah, actually, it looks like orange is going to be fine for the temperature. And wet tires tend to be fairly durable, and we are going to be switching out of them, actually. Like, we have to make sure not to overheat, but we actually might be able to just run them on red here, because there's a lot of percentage left. Let's run everyone on red for now, because, yeah, we are not going to be using these for that many more laps. And I think that's what the AI is thinking, too. All the AI is running on full red for tire mode, which is okay. Maintaining middle of the pack, and pit stops and things like that are pretty equaled out. Our engine quality is actually going down pretty fast on that, on Mauritson's car. He actually may have to do some engine repairs before the end of this, which is too bad. We definitely can't go red anymore on Mauritson at all. As far as I know, orange does not increase engine wear. Just, you know, amount of fuel being used. And since we've got a pit coming up soon anyway, I think staying on orange is going to be okay. I think we're going to have plenty of fuel left for the end. Hopefully. Each one of these laps is fairly long. You do have a little bit more breathing room. Let's bring you down to a yellow. And you're still on yellow over here, and just getting past now. Who's on orange? I mean, we might be able to do that. I don't know if we're going to be able to pass again, but... Hold on to that ninth. Tire temp's getting a little higher. We may have to... I'm going to pull back to orange now. Just that stop it from climbing too much faster. And, ooh, I think this guy may have done a really early break. We actually... I might have been able to squeeze in a little bit more performance there somewhere on the corner. He broke a little early, but he also went wider, which helped him do the rest of the corner. So it wasn't quite as bad, I think, as it looked. So you're getting into the red. You're orange, and you still might be climbing a little bit. Nice little pass there. Let's put you orange on the engine mode for a sec until we at least enter this corner. Yeah, and then there we go. And these two fighting a little bit might slow each other down a tiny scooch. 8th and 13th, looking good. Haven't done any timers yet. Water on track is going to go down pretty fast. Looks like we can probably avoid inters on the way down. We may have to go with a very hard tire compound. We're going to have to calculate our pits fairly carefully. We're going to want Mauritson to do as optimal of a pit stop as possible since he's a little further ahead. So if Albert has to pit one lap earlier or later than ideal, it might have to be. The thing is, Albert pitted first the first time and is going lower in fuel. So yeah, probably she is going to have to pit first. All right, we're coming up over here. If we do a count, so we'll reset this so it counts properly. And that it's not 10th, it's 11 because UI. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I literally count this out on my fingers because of off by one errors, because that you can have, you're like, well, 21 minus 11 is 10, right? So there's 10 laps remaining? No, because we just started the 11th lap. So it's, I guess, total minus current plus 1 is how many laps you're going to have to do. So we have 11 laps left. Out of curiosity, if we were to pit, how much fuel can we put in on full? 10 laps remaining. So you have to do one more, but that would be kind of ideal. Fuel situation is fine. Actually, you can run on orange. You could almost run on red and still do okay, and that's going to be fine. And then you just passed, and you still got lots left. I will go to orange because you can be on orange for the rest of it, and we're going to be okay. Even with a full tank of gas, we actually might pit, fill you up completely, and then just run you on orange for the rest of the thing anyway. Again, I don't know. It's hard to know the actual improvements of saving a second or so in the pit from not filling up the tank completely. Plus, technically, we run a little faster if we're not weighed with as much fuel, versus being able to run on a higher engine mode. Obviously, we're not going to be able to run on red because our engines are too beat up for that, but if we've got some extra fuel, we can at least run on orange for the rest of it. So there's the entrance to the pit lane over here, and yeah, we can do a full lap. That's going to be okay. Now, if I do this, it'll go to the top, and I think it will lose performance at 0. I know it loses. We actually don't know for sure that tires ever lose performance at different temperature levels. All we know from the people who have parsed some of the data files is that the tire wear goes up when you're at max or at the bottom. But yeah, there's very fuzzy and inconsistent data. Some things say if you're close to the top or the bottom, you lose the benefit of different tire modes, and other people have said no, there's no evidence whatsoever that that's a thing. And then there's enough randomness in every... Oh, okay, we're going to bring you down to a neutral here because you're about to go a little overboard. And yeah, so you've got enough for one more lap because your pit lane entrance is right over here, right? Yeah. So even on orange, you've got more than enough fuel. You're going to be okay. But yeah, so we're going to bring you in here. Hadn't actually hit the button yet. I should probably have done that. Fill up. 9. That's looking good. There's apparently... And it's sunny, so it's going to dry really fast with the sun. It looks like we're going to be okay on slicks for the rest of it. So again, 9 laps remaining. This softs might be okay, as long as we just stay on. Yeah, and we've got the plus 15% bonus to softs. So yes, we're going to be on softs, but we're going to have to not go past yellow. Parts are looking okay, so that's going to be fine. And just lest something happens, we're going to do a double yellow move over there. Martin currently in first because everyone pitted a little sooner. It is a little dry for the wets right now, but not that much. We're going to be planning to do a fill-up over here of 8 and a bit laps. So this will give us 2 laps on orange, if nothing else. And the softs is going to be the same thing. Your parts. Brakes aren't looking brilliant. I think I'm going to fix them. I'm going to hope the engines are okay at 38. The brakes are at least fairly quickly. We're going to lose 10 seconds doing that, but I suspect we may have had some issues. This is a 33. We're hoping the 38 in the engine is going to be enough. You can stay on orange for now. That's going to be okay. Excess fuel reported. Again, not entirely sure if that's true. This lap counter should be accurate currently at 13. So 13, 14, 15, 16... Well, okay. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I just don't trust myself to count correctly. At my count, that is 9 laps. Which makes sense. 13 plus 8 is 21, plus an extra one is 9. 9 laps. We have basically 9 laps worth of fuel because we're a little past the line. If we race this whole thing on yellow the entire time, it should be exactly perfect for the owlbear. Ow, hoot. I don't know what kind of sound an owlbear should make. It's like a hoot that's a growl somehow? I don't know. A hoot that sounds like, hey, I want some honey? Mm-hmm. Yeah, your engine... Oh, actually drop more. Maybe the engine wear is higher on the yellow. Okay, we're going to revamp the pit. It sucks. It sucks to high heaven completely. Sucks to high... I don't even know what that means, but we're going to have to fix the engine, which is going to be 20 seconds. We may as well fix the brakes. Rip race performance. Oh, this is going to be from first to something else. No more pits for us. No more pits for anyone else, really. And the owlbear is still currently in 14th place. We can't go more aggressive with our stats here. It's conceivable we've got some tire available, but we don't know for sure. Okay, so that hasn't upgraded, but it should say 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. Plus 1 is 8. Exactly the amount of fuel we need. It says excess fuel. It is lying. Come on, repairs. Oh my god, they're so slow. I'm now in 19th place. Lap 14, that says to me, oh. Yeah, no, that is correct. 14. So plus 7, 8. So you can run on high the entire rest of the race, I think. From your 19th place. That's that's harsh. I mean, we knew the first place was a lie because we were going to have to stop the pit anyway, but it was an extra, what, 20 seconds for the engine, 10 seconds for the brakes? Yeah, that's rough. Now, we haven't improved the engines that much. We were hoping, maybe if we had never run on red the entire race, it would have been okay. I was really hoping that we could not worry about boosting up the reliability of a part we're going to be replacing, but I don't know. Excess fuel reported. We're going to double check some of these numbers as we go through some of these things. So you come over here. So done. So we're actually on 16. So we're doing 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 6 laps remaining. Yeah, so you can still, I have confirmed, we can still be on orange the entire time, unless we think we're going to get lapped. But no, first place is well behind us. We're not going to get lapped. Those stats are correct and fine. Tire temps are good, in fact, climbing slightly. I mean, it's still warm and sunny. It's 24 and sunny, so it doesn't surprise me. Coming through here, double check our situation. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 5 laps. 5 laps of fuel. We could do 1 on the orange. And actually, sort of kind of the earlier we do it, if we can pass this guy, the better. Let me even push the tires to the orange. If we can get past number 14 here, and then just pull back, that would be lovely. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. He's being slowed down a little ahead of him. Might be a bit of a bottleneck here. Yes, maybe, no. Oh, so close. I'm going to have to pull back. Okay. Hopefully this is going to leave us with enough. Let's do this and do this because our tires are overheating. Your rear wing... Listen, dude, we're not pitting for you again, Martson. 3 laps. Well, we just passed someone else. So I guess someone else was... I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. 13 is pitting. They might be having mechanical issues. Oh, no, their tires are pretty worn. So, I mean, that's kind of a free pass. Didn't matter. They were slowing down for things. Okay, coming through. I believe 19, 20, 21. That's 3 laps. We actually don't have excess fuel. We have too little fuel. We're going to have to do 1 lap on conserve. And now might be both people who are right behind me are pitting. So this is actually a perfect time for this. Because even if they pass me again, it's not going to matter. And they're actually far enough behind that they're not even going to slow us down from being in front of them. We should have clean air, perfectly fine here. Tires are still a little hot, maybe a little warm. We actually, I think I'll have to conserve the tires. I might want to do a little conserve over here too. And coming through. So again, this is going to be start of 20th. There it is. So 2020. So we have 2 laps. 2 laps looks good. We can go back to yellow over here. I'm going to keep you on conserve for a second. No, we're going to ignore your engine. Although, what are we looking at? You're going to be fine. And you can go back to neutral for your tires, because that's looking okay. I think you can still be on orange for the rest of the race. Indeed. In fact, technically you have enough fuel to do 1 lap on red, and then the rest on yellow. But we're not going to do red because our engine is bad. But yeah, keeping it on orange is A-okay. You over here... Yeah, there's no one nearby. So just don't crash. Is there a button for that? Where's the don't crash button? Yeah, let the tires keep cooling down. Shoe ran out of fuel. Someone didn't do the math right. So this is going to be our last lap. We've got this technically, well, from here we could run on orange, but it's used 1.1, so we're going to be fine. So we're not going to go to orange. Whereas you are going to finish like this. Actually, you... Oh, I was going to say, almost screwed that up. Oh, did that guy go into pit? Maybe. We might be okay. Can we push the tires a bit? This is definitely our last lap. I think, yes, we might hit the red line right near the end, but we might just be able to, because I can't, sorry, this is the wrong person. This is Maritz over here. Ah, shitballs. That was a mistake. I mean, it's fine one way or the other, I guess. I don't think I can push any more than this with Maritson. He's going to accept 14th place. But 7th place for the Owlbear. And actually, Maritson would have come out really, really well if we hadn't effed up his engine. Even if we'd had to do the brakes, he probably would have come in something like 10th or above. But hey, we met our sponsor objectives. We definitely beat expectations by a fair bit. Honestly, this is a little more what I was expecting in the first 2 races, but I might have still screwed something up with the reliability situation, which is kind of sank us. But look at our fuel. We're saying excess fuel, and we finished with, you know, barely anything left in the tank. Game, you crazy. There are numbers you can tweak. There's a place where you can tweak some of those numbers. But yeah, the thing is, it's supposed to be like 1 lap of excess fuel, and it's not. So I don't know, unless it's really assuming we're gonna get lapped, which I suppose is possible. Scrutineering, wouldn't it be funny if we got another place for free? Could happen. Nope. Oh, Mersha got the fastest lap. Wouldn't it have been great if we'd gotten that? So Mauritsson didn't earn any points here. So Merzic, you get 2 points for having the fastest lap, which is kind of nice. But Amina, the Owlbear, Berwutz, 6 points for coming in 7th. That's incredibly good. Incredibly good. Going up in ranking, so 12th overall for you, which is nice. Jesper's 18th overall, although no, they're tied for 0 here, so I don't know what this is based on. Maybe as a tiebreaker, it looks at your actual placements. And that was a 7th overall finished, which meets expectations. So we're not going to gain marketability, but we're not going to lose any, which is very, 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 very valuable. Man, I hope these recordings are going okay. This is still my day after the computer rebuild, basically. Your morale went down. I guess you're not happy with your finish, but your skills are going up, which is nice. Man, wouldn't it be nice to get a whole point in braking, maybe, for the Owlbear? Owlbear doesn't break for anyone. Marketability did go up a tiny bit. The chairman is okay. Oh, right. So, with the chairman happiness being a little higher, it's time to hit a button which I did not realize existed before starting this season. And that is, we can go and ask the chairman for more money. So, if we go to finance, request additional funds, minus 50%, but you'd still be over 50. I'm going to say yes. Wait, no, I'm misreading some of that. No. What was that meter? Because one bar and then another. I was like, oh, the smaller bar, it's still over 50, but that doesn't make any sense. We lost 50. So he's not happy right now. But, hopefully, we can do a little bit better. Let's button it. It's going to hurt her morale, but as far as we know, that is still the correct thing. We'll recycle the crew. Check the hiring. 8 tires plus 8 refueling isn't terrible. I think I will hire you. It's not ideal, but it's not the worst. The 8 and 10 over here is also not terrible, actually. I think I will hire you. And then the rest can all go. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. Otherwise, the tire crew's okay. This guy did make a mistake. He's pretty tired right now, though. Let's say, is there more swapping? Okay. Hardfoot 1. That Engelhart guy keeps winning everything. We're designing a new part over here. That's okay. The suspension, which we do need. There we go. This is done. That's going to be done very, 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 very soon. What I might do this. I'm going to try to get a little more engine reliability in here. Because we'll use this one a little bit longer than that one. And we're still a little while away before we do some engine stuff. Some other races are going to go. Still, that was very pleasing. Especially, it feels good on those rainy ones. There's a lot of chance to screw something up. There's a lot of chance that something can go very badly on the rainy days. But it's also one of the times, renewed passion. Distractions are over. +1 to all the things. Hello, Owlbear. You got that hunger for victory. Okay, suspension. I don't remember. Hold on. Were we doing another suspension? We might before the end of the season. Yeah, see, this one's green. This one's not green, so I assume it's below average compared to everyone else. If we're doing another suspension, so it's wet tires and inters. So the reliability will actually be 25% lower than it looks when we race on those tires, which is crazy. Because presumably that means we can't even 100%. Like, we can 100% it, but if we're on soft supers and ultras, it'll actually be starting the race at 75. Well, we don't want to run illegal. I guess I could do this. So this one would cost 100. Okay, so 1.05 million total. Whereas if I do it this way, so it's 50K less. It does take fewer days, but we may as well do this, and we won't have to do much reliability work. Oh, the red zone goes up 35. Oh. So effectively, this means the space from 100 to the red zone isn't as big. I think it's probably worth just doing this. I mean, we could shrink the red zone. This is like, 100% okay. But I think if we do this, and once we get this to 100%, I'm not too worried about this red zone. I think this is better. Then we don't have to spend as much time maxing it out. Whereas this might just be overkill. All right. Yeah, we'll go with this. Weight stripping performance. I don't know. The weight stripping thing, I think, is a button you can hit in some of the races, but we don't have that option. Maybe this enables the option, but I don't know how this works. I don't know if that's true or if that would be useless here. So I think I'll just go this, which is actually fine. Gives us a big max. We can improve the frack out of this thing. I like it. And that was our, this, save 50,000 by doing that, which, yeah. Okay, and that'll be that for our suspension efforts. And yeah, in theory, for our cars, those two, yes. Those two, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And then from over here, what we're going to want to do is this, which means this suspension really has to be improved ASAP. I mean, some of these are a little maybe lower than we want, but go away, tooltip. I would like to use this thing, and there we go. So it'll be very close. In fact, we might stop it a few days beforehand. I know we got sponsors, but let's go in advance a little bit, just in case there's anything else that cycles in. And yeah, I was going to say, let it advance a few days, and let's go and take a look at a few things. Yes, I know, our fuel efficiency is terrible. How are you doing? 60%? Yeah, we might consider re-adding some things in here. Because you'll still get, I don't know, that might not be enough. Let's get you up to 70 and then start splitting it. Okay, and let's take a look at the sponsors now. So this would be 200K per race. So this is automatically more. This is 300K per race, right? Hold on. I just have these huge doubts all of a sudden. You're like, am I being stupid? 4 million divided by 12. Yeah, it's 333. Yes. Which is going to be more than this. So Balama, that's all up front. Do we want to turn this into a building? I don't, because we're not doing any HQ work at all right now. The next level design center would be nice. Could do the scouting for more people. We don't care about the gearbox. Aerodynamics. I mean, improving the driver stuff would be kind of cool, but we don't need it as much because we don't actually work with those parts. Same thing with the front wing. We could get the better forecasting. We could get to the point where we can make epic level, like suspension or something like that. The scouting, I'm wondering. Okay, the staff center helps to improve the focus. It's actually one of the rares that we're not actually max compared to everyone else. We've got drivers with a fair amount of improvement, and this is focused on 3 improvements. Well, 2 of them for drivers, 1 just for staff in general, which just seems okay. Like, we could get the design center. Negative 0.6 days to part design time. Like, if that's actually, like, off the whole total, that doesn't seem very worthwhile. Like, we save an afternoon. And right now, especially with some of the things we're adding +2 or +5 days, like that's just towards a road car. I'd see more of an incentive to finishing the factory first, rather than the design center, actually, so that we can have more staff to help develop the reliability and performance, and work on more parts simultaneously if we want. It's also the other half of the road factory thing. I think the factory is more important than the design center. But I'm actually wondering, since we need another 5 million pounds, and some extra space. In practice, we'd need an extra 7 or 8 million pounds probably for me to feel like I can do the factory. Whereas, if we just did the staff center, I'd feel very comfortable doing it now. And it might go a long way to helping our drivers, especially that focus. I think the staff center is... It's both more short-term and long-term. I mean, what it provides us is just a long-term thing. But short-term, we get a little sooner. I think we have to try to get the factory. Because what it is, this will affect this number, the 20 staff, because it used to be 10. Now we have 20, so we're improving parts a lot better. We don't necessarily even need more slots, because it's just spreading out that effort more. Like, we actually may have, depending on how this works mechanically, whether we had 1 slot or 8 might come out to the same. Just with 1 slot, you do 1 part to 100, then another part to 100, and so on, instead of a bunch of parts that go up sort of at the same time. So I think it's that samey, but more staff is huge. And I think that's actually what we do have to prioritize. Okay, you guys are fine. We only went a little bit. Yeah, no. I think we're going to keep working on just the suspension until race day. 2 races for the other cups this weekend. Good for them. There's our travel day. Done. Halfway to this part. And then over here, yeah, 88. That's not bad. And what I'll probably do, I'll just slap the gearboxes back in. And I guess the other... I can't remember. What are we designing? One more suspension, yeah. So we don't actually need to improve this one. We'd spent some time doing it, but it was needed for some races, so that's okay. And we saw them complaining about the wings this time, too, so that's a thing. Although, yeah, this great brake, let's get you up there. That's what we're going to look at. And then, otherwise, yeah, these brakes are kind of done, so we're going to keep maxing that out. Keep working on this. We could slide things back over again. And before we go, let's take another look over here. No more unhired drivers that need to be scouted. So that's okay. Marketability still hurts, but if we keep doing pretty good performance, it's okay. We now have the engine expert available to us, which is actually very, very, very enticing now that it's unlocked. See, Jacob might do the, whichever car has this, the Owlbear. There you go. Owlbear might just growl its engines at maximum levels for a few more laps, which will burn fuel faster, which makes her in a better position to pit sooner. So it might, in fact, be the Owlbear who starts off on the softest tires, goes double red, and pits sooner, and then Maurtsen is a little bit more conservative to start. Could be. But we're going to wrap it up here. Folks, thanks for watching another episode. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.